May each dawn bring visions of achievement, and each moon reflect a wondrous day. On April 26, 1906, Sarah Gwendolyn Frostic was brought into the world in Sandusky, Michigan, not far from us right now. She was brought into the world by her parents and biggest supporters, Frank and Sarah Frostic. She was soon to be known as and just called Gwen. Gwen, at 8 months old, was left with slight paralysis and slurred speech because of a childhood illness they found. This illness was soon to be known as cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy was uncommon for anyone at this time, and even more uncommon for a young baby. But Gwen never let it limit her. She became known as a Michigan institution all throughout Michigan. Her love for nature, wildlife, and the environment brought her to become one of Michigan's most natural resources. Many people even called her as special as Michigan's Petoskey stone or Michigan's unusual mitten shape. Her artistic ability was known throughout Michigan as well. Her teachers and peers often remember her using a bandsaw to create event posters for her school at only the age of 10. This was spectacular. Because of the lack of metal, because of World War I, which was going on during this time, Gwen had to turn to linoleum block carving. This became her passion for 50 years. After the passion started to die out, Gwen decided to move to Benzonia, Michigan, where she started her company Prescott Papers in the 1950s. This company thrived like a rocket. She became a multi-millionaire and successful entrepreneur. This was very unusual for anyone to be this successful in this time, especially a single, middle-aged woman with cerebral palsy. Prescott Papers thrived for years and left her successful, but her success wasn't the only thing Gwen was known for. She was highly, highly, highly intelligent. She often told people she went to Eastern Michigan University for her degree, but she went to Western Michigan University for her education. She was in love with her alma mater. Her high intelligence left her with the District Alumni Award in 1965 from Western Michigan University. And they also even named a school of art after her, Gwen Frostic School of Art, after she bequested $13 million to the school, raising money for scholarships and programs for students who wanted to study art and creative writing. But this wasn't all the school did for her. The students often can go look at Gwen's work and get inspiration from her in the Waldo Library, where many of her collections are, and still are today. Besides her education, Michigan is in love with Gwen Frostic. We decided that on May 23, 2006, we would make May 23rd Gwen Frostic Day in the state of Michigan. How many people can say that they have a day named after them in their state? And one of her most successful accomplishments is that in 1986, she was inducted into the Women's Hall of Fame. Besides her intelligence and her artistic ability, which many people cannot say they have, she had an extraordinary personality. Everyone that met Gwen loved her, and everyone that didn't know her wished they knew her. She was unique, independent, and never followed custom. She never listened to what anyone else had to say and always only made her own viewpoint. Everyone looked at her from a different perspective, thinking, how can she do this? She has a crippling disease. She's a woman. She's middle-aged. She's single. But somehow, she was able to become a multi-millionaire entrepreneur who gave scholarships to millions of children, taught millions of children, and inspired them with her artistic ability. And besides all that, she was one of the most intelligent people anyone who met her could ever say. She is an inspiration to all Americans who hope to accomplish something on their own someday. When Gwen died on April 25th, 2001, we lost an artist, a writer, a nature lover, and an entrepreneur. Long before her death, Gwen wrote in her epitaph, "Here lies one doubly blessed. She was happy, and she knew it."